fall has begun, and today we are checking out this year's Día de Muertos Barbie. We did a preview on this year's Día de Muertos set, and today we get the chance to see her in person. Oh my gosh, this doll is so much prettier in person. I honestly didn't think I would end up getting her, but I am so glad I did. One of the key features of this line is the packaging. I'm loving this year's design because this looks like an ofrenda. This is different compared to the boxes of previous years where there's a big artwork of the doll in front. Mattel obviously had to let go of that and replaced it with this clear display where we could see the doll inside. This is what the inside of the box looks like. The cover of the box has an image of an ofrenda or an altar inside. And the main box also has interesting pictures. Instead of using artwork, I am seeing an actual picture of the doll on one side of the inside. And both the outside of the box has pictures of the doll. This change actually makes me miss the older boxes, but I think this is pretty. And the back of the box has some writing about Día de Muertos. I'm not going to read all that, but you can pause this video if you want. This year's doll is very beautiful. And just so we can check her details better, we are going to take her out of the box. If you're unboxing your doll, you have to be careful about these plastic tags because she has like 6 or 7 of them and you don't want to tear the gown. And here's our doll out of the box. She comes with this certificate of authenticity. She also comes with this doll stand with a black base and a clear acrylic stem. And I believe this is categorized as a saddle stand. I've never seen a stand like this before. And if you're wondering how the doll holds up, that doll stand is perfect. I will want us to take a closer look at her features and everything she comes with. This doll is absolutely beautiful. She has the Lena face mold, which is honestly one of the main reasons why I got her. Aside from the fact that her outfit is also gorgeous. This doll does not have pixelation, which is great given that she's, well, $81 on Amazon and on Mattel Creations. And her crown is also wonderful. Last year, they used fabric for the marigolds, but this year, this is molded plastic. And I think I like it better this way. Most of the crowns we encountered are secured into the head with some plastic tag, but I believe they did not do that this year, because I'm seeing here that it's secured on her hair with some thread. There's a plastic tag protruding here from her packaging, but this is not, like, secured to the crown, so we can cut this off. She has very long, dark brown hair that extends all the way to the back of her legs, but I'm seeing here that it's not cut uniformly, so yeah, we are going to have to cut that. For comparison, here she is next to Pink Magnolia. Both of them have long hair, but it's obvious that this year's Barbie has longer hair. Her hair doesn't have any product, but it does feel a little frizzy. So if this kind of quality puts you off, you may consider restyling her hair. She is wearing a nice set of jewelry. I was already expecting her accessories to not be metal, but I'm liking the color. And good thing about her earrings is they are removable, which means our other dolls can borrow them. She also has necklaces in the same color. And initially I thought this is just a single piece of plastic, but I'm seeing here that it's actually 2. Let's see if we can remove these necklaces. So here's necklace number 1. And this is necklace number 2. And if you feel like it's hard to remove, it's because of that tape. I don't have any other Día de Muertos outfits to compare this with, but one thing that I can tell you is this is beautiful. So the sleeves and this part here above her chest is actually made of sheer fabric. This part here is ruffled, and same thing goes with her shoulder, but the ruffle on her shoulder is a little thicker. It looks like it's a different fabric. Some people online commented about her dress not hugging her body, but I think this fits just fine. And just by seeing the pictures, I already knew that the upper part of her outfit has actual embroidery, but the hem, this part here, these are actually prints. Also, the leaves are not embroidery. These are also prints. I mentioned in our preview that I wish the top part and the bottom part are embroidered, but this works just fine for me. Because from afar, you can barely tell, except when you look at it closely, of course. Also, I like that these are actual ribbons and not prints. One other thing I noticed about her outfit is this does not have Velcro, but instead it has 4 pairs of snaps at the back. And if you want to take her outfit off, you will have to cut these threads. I really didn't want to do this, but I wanted to show you what this looks like. Here's what the outfit looks like of our doll, and when the snaps are closed, you can see that there are visible stitches on the back. There are also some stray threads here and there, so if you are particular about details like these, you're gonna have to cut them yourself. Some people who got their dolls early show details of the outfit, and here at the back, some of them received gowns with misaligned ribbons, and I am just glad that mine are not like that. The skirt of this gown is kind of puffy. Even though it doesn't have a petticoat, this has a lot of volume. And looking inside, I can see that there's a Barbie signature tag. I also tried her gown on a made-to-move body. This is our rare Barbie extra on green tie-dye made-to-move. Her original body looks just like this, and they also have the same skin tone, so if I decide to rebody our Dia de Muertos Barbie, we can put it on this green tie-dye made-to-move. I've seen other Dia de Muertos shoes in the past, and the ones she's wearing this year are different. These are golden brown strap heels, and they are not very pointy like the ones before. And speaking of her body, this is one of the biggest changes in this line. They used to come in Model Muse bodies like this, and even though this is not made to move, I'm just glad that we have some articulation. Because this body allows movement at the head, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, and single jointed knee. I really want to give this Lena a made-to-move body, but since there are no practical reasons for me to rebody her, I think we're going to leave her as is. Because I think she's gorgeous no matter what. And my other consideration is, with this being a thin mesh-like material, if you use a made-to-move body with this kind of outfit, there might be snagging. Because the thin fabric might get caught between the joints, and you obviously don't want that. Also, just an FYI, if you're a first-time buyer of this doll, or any of the Dia de Muertos dolls actually, they have much harder heads. And that also applies for designer Dia de Muertos dolls. I don't usually buy Dia de Muertos dolls, with a few exceptions. And with this doll being in our collection, getting these dolls might have just become our annual tradition. Let us know your thoughts about this year's Dia de Muertos dolls in the comments down below. Thank you for joining us and checking out this year's Dia de Muertos doll. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Ty's Collectibles and give us a like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you next time.